back! When I was in the shower after work earlier, I came up with this idea for this video, and it just hit me, and it just like a light bulb went off, and I'm like, that is an awesome video idea. I can't believe I've never done that before. First and foremost, this is not a blind bag dump video, so I'm not going to be showing you everything that I carry in my blind bag. I'm going to just be going over 5 essential items that every duck hunter should carry in their blind bag. If I miss anything in this video, or you think there's another item that I didn't mention in this video that's just as worthy of being an essential item, I know there's tons of others like a game tote and shotgun shells and all the essentials that you need. These are items that to go duck hunting you don't need them, but they are very useful in the field. Also, if you guys haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell next to it so that you can get a notification whenever I post a new video. I don't know if YouTube's hiding my videos from you guys or not, so just with hunting season coming up, we might get a little bit suppressed down in there. So be sure to hit the notification bell so you can get a notification whenever I post a new video. One more thing before we get into this, I want you guys to go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me. Let's see if we can get this video up to 600 likes. I know we can do it. Make this random duck hunting guy on the internet happy by just clicking that thumbs up button. It really means a lot. Let's go ahead and dive in here and go over all of these essential items that you should carry whenever you're duck hunting. That's a good idea. I'm gonna set it on a chair. First and foremost, we have the, you know what we call this. I'm not going to say it because I'm going to get demonetized like the last time, but you know what this is. That's an essential item. Okay, but in all seriousness, that is not an essential item. I just wanted to throw in a little joke there. The first one is gloves, and there's 3 kinds of gloves that you need when you are duck hunting. First one, your basic leather gloves. Why? Because these are perfect for when you're brushing in blinds or you're building a blind on public land. I have my Sitka gloves, and I use these ones. My Sitka gloves are kind of getting a little bit worn out, so I'm going to probably transition into these. Are the Sitka gloves worth it compared to these ones? A little bit. They're kind of like a cross between like a lighter kind of insulated glove and a leather glove. I like those a lot, but these do just as good. So a nice pair of leather gloves really does save your hands whenever you're building blinds. The next kind of gloves is just your basic old winter gloves. Nothing special. You can pick these up pretty much anywhere for pretty cheap in the winter time. And the reason why I say you need to carry an extra pair of gloves is you might have a main pair of gloves you always wear. Well, if you take a dunk or they get wet or something happens to them, you will for sure have an extra pair of dry, warm gloves in your blind bag. I have had to dig into my blind bag to get an extra pair of gloves many times because my other gloves got soaked for some reason. Picking up decoys, you know, you slip a little bit, you try to catch yourself and your arm goes underwater. And when it's 30 degrees outside, cold hands are never fun. And that brings us to the next item in the bag, because I didn't have to start grabbing these as much since I started carrying this item. And that is decoy gloves. Now, the name suggests they are for setting your decoys and picking up your decoys. What are they? Well, they're just some, these ones are like a PVC, not neoprene, they're a PVC glove. They're waterproof, there's some insulation inside of them. Nice and warm, you can pick these up for like 10 bucks. So having these to set your decoys, having these to wear if your other gloves that you normally wear when you go duck hunting get wet, you can put these on, your hands are nice and warm. And then also having some gloves to wear to set up your blinds and to build your blinds on public land. So the perfect trifecta. Now you could get rid of these and just use these if you wanted to. You could get rid of these and just use these as a backup pair, but or even these as a backup pair. 3 pairs of gloves just like that. Doesn't take up a whole lot of space. You can pick and choose, but those are my recommendations. Up next is another very important piece of equipment. All of these are important, but this one is especially important, especially on very still days, and that would be a jerk rig. This is a Lifetime Decoys jerk rig, and I really like it a lot. I did make a video on it in the past, so go ahead and click the card up there if you guys want to go check that out after you're done watching this video. Jerk rigs are very important because when there's not a lot of wind, your decoys just sit and they don't look lifelike. So having a jerk rig in your bag, you can easily break it out, set it up, hook it on some decoys, start pulling it when you're in the blind, and it can make all the difference on a very still day. Up next, we have blind making materials. So on public land, oftentimes you try and make your own duck blind. And there's 3 tools that I've used. One is a hatchet, another one is a big knife, and the third one is a folding saw. And out of all of these, my personal favorite so far that I've ever used has been the folding saw. It folds up nice and neat, it's super lightweight, and you can do a lot of different things with it. You can cut grass to cover your blind, you can cut tree limbs down to make your blind, and it's just a little bit more difficult with a knife, but knives are multi-purpose, and a hatchet, that's really only kind of a one kind of use. You can use it to get the stakes for your blind in, or putting your mojo poles in. So there's a couple of uses for this, but overall my main suggestion is to pick up a nice folding saw. You will thank me later because they are phenomenal for building blinds. So far we've got the gloves, we've got the jerk rig, and we've got the blind making materials. Up next is something that I started doing probably 3-4 years ago, and that is carrying extra calls in your blind bag. I usually, is this the right pocket? Yes, it is. I usually carry 3 extra calls in my blind bag. One of them is a little teal pintail widgeon whistle. I keep that in my bag because I don't really like having it on my lanyard all the time. So just keeping it in my bag, if I need it, I have it. But if I don't need it, it's just kind of tucked away in a separate pocket. Next one is an extra duck call and an extra goose call. Now, why would I carry extra calls in my bag? I have experienced days where I forget to bring my call lanyard, and so having extra calls in my blind bag makes it to where I'm not in a sheer panic moment. It's a no big deal. Okay, I forgot my calls in the truck, I forgot them at home, whatever, reach in the bag, I've got my goose call and I've got my duck call. So if you don't do that already, it doesn't have to be the fanciest calls. These are both just polycarb calls, no big deal. It's gonna get you through the hunt. It's probably not your favorite duck call that you've ever used, but I would recommend picking one that you do like and you're comfortable blowing. But it's always comforting to know that even if I do forget my calls, I've got backups in my bag. Now the 5th item in the bag is one that can be very useful at times, but most of the time you won't need it. And the moments where you do need it, it's very, 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 very crucial to your hunt. And that is a rag and gun oil. Okay, so we've all been there in a time where your gun just is not functioning correctly in the field. Maybe you forgot to clean it, maybe you took a spill, dirt got in the action of it, and it's just all kinds of messed up. So bring a rag. I recommend putting it in a plastic bag because I've put just a regular rag in my bag, and within a day it's just covered in dirt and it's not the greatest for cleaning. So if you want a clean rag, just put it in a little plastic bag. Now you can get all kinds of different gun oil. I recommend just getting a small one. It doesn't matter if it's in a can like this or if it's just a pump one. Just having gun oil and a rag can make a big difference in your hunt, because then you can go from having a not functioning gun to having one that will function, and that can make the difference between you hunting or just watching ducks come into your decoys. So like I said at the beginning of this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, and if I forgot anything or you think there's another piece of equipment that is just as useful and essential for your duck hunting situations, leave it in the comments below, because I know that everywhere around the country everybody hunts different areas, and for me in Kansas this has been the most useful pieces of equipment. Now if you're in Washington State or you're in New York, and even for all of you timber guys in Arkansas, everywhere is different. So be sure to leave in the comments below what you guys make sure to have in your bag, what you have found to be the most useful items that aren't necessarily essential to your hunt, but they can make it even better. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting super pumped with September coming up here pretty soon. I mean, we're down to like a month and a half to go. It's just super exciting, and I hope you guys are. I'm planning some big stuff for this fall. I am in a new location, so that's going to be a little bit different than past years, but I think it'll all work out just as good, if not better. So I did a poll asking you guys what you're looking most forward to with September on the way, and it seems like on Twitter, Facebook, and on YouTube, everybody's looking forward to teal season just a tad more than dove season. Not a lot. It's not a blowout. It's like a 40-60 break on that. So I think I'm excited for dove hunting the most. I love teal hunting. It's a lot of fun, but I honestly think nothing beats a good dove hunt. Hunting season is getting close. Hang in tight. Do your best to prepare. And I will try my best to get some videos out to you guys to help you prepare for the season as well. If you guys don't follow me on my social media, be sure to do that. I've got a Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook. So be sure to follow me on there and stay up to date with what's going on. And like I said, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you can get a notification when I post a new video. And if you want to pick up a hat like this one, or a Mallardsboro hat, or a Mallardsboro shirt, and support the channel, there's a link in the description to that as well. But that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will catch you guys on the next one.